Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nikki. If you're new here, it's nice to meet you. I am a traveling photographer, and today we are going to Smith Rock National Forest, which is where I'm currently at. And then after that, we'll be going to Painted Hills, which is about an hour and a half away. Now, I did camp at the Smith Rock State Park last night, so I am already here, which kind of made me nervous because you're not supposed to camp here overnight, but here we are, we're doing it. And there wasn't really a place to turn around or like pull off because like around the state park it's all very residential, so you know, we did what we had to do. And park ranger didn't come around until about 7:30 this morning, and I was up at 6:30, so not, you know, it didn't look too weird, I suppose. I mean, I was brushing my teeth, so so I think they could put two to two together. But if you haven't already, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and turn on your post notifications, because I post a video every single week and every adventure is different and exciting. Sometimes they don't go according to plan, but that is why I document the behind the scenes of my photography Instagram page, which is Raw Footage Photography, and it'll be linked in the description below. I hope you guys have a great time. Okay, so made it to Painted Hills, and I found the nature trail. I'm not exactly sure how long it is. I wasn't able to find like any trail information, but there's like people with their kids and stuff. But my car is reading that it's 98 degrees out right now. So we'll just go as far as we can. I'm not so worried about myself. I'm more worried about the guy behind me, Switch. He doesn't do so well in the heat. So if I notice him struggling a little bit, then we'll just turn around and come back home. Not come back home. We'll just come back to the car and kind of take a small little break. And on the drive in, there was a bunch of viewpoints and stuff like that that we can stop by and kind of take a look at. But didn't get a ton of footage from the last location from Smith Rock because I was just being dumb and I forgot to turn off the GoPro when I was taking a shot. So my GoPro was running the entire time, just like clipped onto my backpack while I was taking a shot, and shot with, you know, my camera. And it totally killed my battery. And so I had left my other battery in the car, unfortunately. And I also made another mistake of not bringing my car mount for my GoPro, and I'm really kicking myself for that, because the drive to Smith Rock and the drive out of Smith Rock to Painted Hills was actually stunning, and I would have loved to be able to get that footage, but what are you gonna do? So I'm really excited to see if we can get some good photos here. Was able to get some really awesome shots, and even saw some a family of otters swimming downstream at Smith Rock, so that was really cool. I wasn't able to get that on footage on film with my GoPro, but I was able to get a quick little clip on my phone that I did post on my Instagram story on my photography page, which is linked in the description below. So, you know, sometimes getting clips like that, you know, you don't get on the video, you just get on my Instagram. So if you want some like more of like kind of behind the scenes of what I do that I'm not always able to get on, you know, on the GoPro, I would definitely go and check out my Instagram. So yeah, let's see what Painted Hills has to offer. As I was expecting, the actual loop, like the trail, it's called a trail, but it was like maybe a quarter mile total, if that. And so now we're just kind of stopping at different trail heads or viewpoints, but I feel like that these trails are going to be really small too. And the car is now reading 100 degrees, and it's been 15 minutes. And when I was bringing Switch back to the car, he was lifting up his paws because it was hot on the ground. So I'm just going to check out these viewpoints, and Bubba's is going to stay in the car. When I leave him in the car like this, I set my car to auto on low, so 60, sometimes 65. But he likes it cold, so I'll probably leave it at like 63. I'll compromise, do 63, and set it on auto, and the car will self-regulate. And then I just lock my car manually, because the Prius, like the newer ones, if you leave your car running, you can't lock it with the fob. You have to like manually lock it. So that's what I do, just because I have a lot of stuff in here. That's definitely valuable. So and even though he's in the car, I just don't want anyone getting in. And I have like a tassel, my high school tassel, that hangs from my rear view mirror, and I set my air up so that way it blows on the tassel, so that way, because he barks at anyone who like walks by, and so they'll see the tassel moving and they'll like know that the air is on. So I don't want anyone like smashing in my windows thinking that he's being left in a hot car when he's not. And he pants all the time too, so it looks like he's hot, even though he just pants. It doesn't matter, hot, cold, excited, nervous, stressed. The only time he doesn't pant is when he sleeps. That's it. He's just a panter. So yeah, I'll update you guys, and we'll get some. I'll let you guys see some of these views, and we probably won't stay here for too long because there really isn't much else to see, honestly. So there's these called Blue Pools. They're about 2 hours away from here in the opposite direction, more going towards home, but still pretty south, that I might go to, because it's only noon, and by the time we get out of here it'll only be like 12:30, and it only takes 3.5 hours to get home from here, and I don't really want to go home that soon. So I think we're gonna end up stopping at one more location, but we'll see. If anything, I'll just drive until I get signal, because right now I have 0 signal, and I'll look at All Trails, which is the app that the Trails app that I have been subscribed to for years, and also not sponsored. And I'll just see what's around me and see if there's anything interesting that's maybe closer. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so got out of the Painted Hills, and originally I was just gonna go home and be home at like 4, because I'm really exhausted, and I think I only got like probably 4 hours of sleep something. I just kept waking up because you know, I knew I wasn't supposed to be overnight camping at the state park, but you know, did anyways. And so I kept thinking that, you know, someone was gonna like wake me up, and so I just like kept waking myself up. And so yeah, I'm just like really tired. But I finally got to a place with some signal and saw that there was this trail called Iron Horse Trail that was only 5 minutes away from me. So we're doing that. It's about a 2-mile hike, and already saw some cows, but tried to take some pictures of the cows, but they wouldn't lift their heads up. So don't think it's gonna be that great of a photo, but I don't know, I was like kissing at them and like calling at them, and they just like didn't care, as cows are. So yeah, I figured since the Painted Hills expedition was like a long drive for not like a great payout, I figured I would take us out on a trail. Even if we don't do the whole trail, then at least we can get out, since it took us an hour and a half to get here, and we were only at the hills for like, I think like 30 minutes or something. So yeah, this area very much reminds me of Oklahoma when I lived here. Like the Painted Hills and where I am right now, it just very much looks like, you know, kind of like the Wichita Mountains, which was my favorite place to hike, and Switch and I would go there every single weekend. It was like 2 hours away from me, but it was like well worth it because it was a wildlife refuge. So they had prairie dogs and buffalo and road runners, so you'd be like hiking and all of a sudden there would just be like a road runner, and then there would be like a herd of buffalo. So yeah, I'm pretty beat, I'm pretty wiped, and so I think after this we'll definitely be ready, and I'm gonna have to stop for gas and get an energy drink because I don't know if I can make it 3 hours home without one. So but let's enjoy the site. Okay, so I don't know what my trail app was saying, but it did go around, but there was like gates, and I didn't know if it was like someone's private property, and I didn't want to trespass. So I ended up just turning around, and I'm glad I did, because even though I felt the ground with like the back of my hand, like it was warm. I wouldn't say it was like scalding hot or anything, because I could like hold my hand down until whenever I decided to pick it up, but it like wasn't painful, but it was clearly hot enough for Switch, because anytime he would stop or he would have to like slow his stride, he kept like picking up his feet, and he was just like picking up his feet constantly. So I mean, that's just a sign that his paws are uncomfortable or they hurt. So we actually ended up running back, so that way his feet didn't have to be on the ground for so long. And we walked in the shady parts, or if there was a part that had dirt instead of like damp dirt instead of like sand or dry dirt, then we just walked. And so he's really tuckered. I feel bad for having even taken him out, because it is still like 98 degrees out, so I do feel bad, but I know better next time. He's like panting really hard in the back, but I have the AC running, and he just got like a ton of water, so he'll cool down here soon. But I think I'm gonna have to invest in some booties for him or something, some thin booties of some sort, that I can put on his paws for the summertime and the winter time, for if it's for any of the extreme weathers, so that way he can still go out but his paws won't hurt, because he would have stayed out if his paws weren't like on fire. So you know, something to take into consideration next time. But oh well, it was still a fun little adventure today. It's about a 3-hour trip home, and I'm just going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I'm glad you stayed this long, and since you did stay this long, you should go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video every single week. It's a great adventure. It's a great time. We have a great community. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.